The Homo Luden awakes. How humans are rediscovering their sense of analogue play in the digital world of gaming. Homo Ludens, or Playing Man. A book written in 1938 by Johan Huizinga, the Dutch historian, cultural theorist and professor. He stressed the importance of the play element of culture and society. If we cannot play, we cannot begin to be fully human, he said. Yet since the dawn of digital video gaming, the human aspect of play has been confined to the use of our thumbs. The joypad. The gaming industry through the 80s and 90s was obsessed with the joypad, designing ever more complex combinations of thumb pressing. So video gaming became the domain of the young male, locked in their bedroom and surgically attached to the PlayStation. We became like video games, like computers. We lost our human sense of play. We also became obsessed with pushing the limits of artificial intelligence of characters in games. Of course, any such dream was flawed. Truly artificial intelligent enemies would easily crush human opposition in a digital game. What we actually lusted after were digital opponents that behaved as if human. Then came Xbox Live, which solved this problem very simply. By connecting players all over the world, humans could play against humans anytime they wanted. But people were still confined to the joypad. Then came the Wii. You've probably noticed that the controller's a bit different. It tracks physical and analog movement. Unleashed from the confines of the joypad, we began to smile. You've also probably played against someone else, not just the console itself. You aren't alone. It's not just families that have started playing together. There are even Wii sports clubs forming across the US, like Wii Fight Club, which formed in the San Francisco Bay Area. And Wimbledon. There is even a social tennis club set up in anticipation of the real Wimbledon tennis tournament, with 130 competitors gathered at the Barcade in Brooklyn. The Wii is symbolic of an age of gaming that puts human, physical and analog movement at the core of the experience. SingStar, Guitar Hero, and Rock Band, which combines singing, playing guitar and the drums. Rock Band deserves special mention for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's expensive, but people don't care. Peripherals are becoming big business in gaming. 2, it's part of a growing trend for games that improve coordination. Those who play frequently have become really good drummers. And 3, it's made an extraordinary commercial success of music downloads. In the first 2 months since release, a joint venture between MTV and Harmonix, players have purchased and downloaded more than 2.5 million additional songs. So where next for more analog gaming peripherals? Meet Stanley Yang from NeuroSky. NeuroSky develop headsets that measure brainwave activity. Technology from NeuroSky and other startups like Emotive Systems could make video games more mentally stimulating and realistic. It could even enable players to control video game characters or avatars in a virtual world with nothing but their thoughts. NeuroSky's prototype measures a person's baseline brain wave activity, including signals that relate to concentration, relaxation and anxiety. Since 2007, NeuroSky has been working with Sega to develop a wide range of next-generation consumer toys. And Stanley Yang isn't alone. Here's Buzz Aldrin playing a game called Brain Ball by a company called Interactive Institute. The game involves electrodes strapped to the players' heads which can detect brainwaves and indicate the relaxation levels of the players. Instead of activity and adrenaline, it's the passivity and calmness that mark the truly successful Brain Ball player. Brain Ball is unique among machines since it's not controlled by the player's rational and strategic thoughts. In fact, participants are dependent on the body's own intuitive reactions to the game machine. The ball will move forward and get the player closer to victory when he or she release alpha and theta waves, which are released only during relaxation. The winner will get the ball across the opponent's goal. Some game manufacturers are also using biofeedback, which uses physiological information such as blood pressure, skin temperature and heart rate. Brainwaves and biofeedback both add a whole new dimension and challenge to be able to control your mental state while you're playing a game. It stands to potentially cause another huge paradigm shift in the video game industry. At Analog Folk, we are looking forward to a more human era in digital gaming, as we change opponents from processors to real people, and as we take control with our bodies and minds, not just our thumbs.